Hey, what's up, guys? It's Navarro, head trader Penny Stocks Club 13. It's Thursday, October 22nd, 2020, and I have a quick recap for you all. I also have some good news, hopefully, some good news for those of you interested in it. But first, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done so already, guys. I would really appreciate it. First, with the good news, and again, I hope it's good news for everyone that's looking to have somewhere to get some trade ideas, some a watch list or something like that. So what I'm gonna do, guys, and it's just to help those beginner traders and those who want to learn how to develop a trade plan. I'm gonna have my watch list, my weekly watch list available for free of charge. All you have to do is go to www.psc13.com, click on weekly watch list, and it'll be free of charge. It'll have a detailed plan as far as entries, exits, and your stop loss. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is all I ask in return is your like and subscribe to this channel, guys. That would really help the channel out. And I'm gonna go ahead and give you a clip of today's trades from the watch list, and so that you can get an idea of how it works and what the PSC13 members have at their disposal from their membership. So here we go, guys. Let's get started. So this is a clip from today's watch list, and all right, guys, so this is a clip of today's watch list. So you can see here that we have 5. I usually don't post more than 5. This is all I post. And in green, whatever's highlighted in green means that it didn't work today, but they're still in play, meaning it's still a good trade idea because they haven't broken down. They really just traded sideways or they didn't hit our entry. For whatever reason, they're still in play. So RNWK, you can see that the last price, this is the closing price today. And the last price is automated with Google Finance. So every time you refresh the page on weekly watch list, this might be changing because Google Finance will be refreshing it. So today, this was the last price traded at market close at 3 p.m. Central Time. And if you notice, my entry is at 160. And my planned exit, if I enter, would be at $2 for a 25% return. All of this is calculated automatically. It's a formula that I put up here. And then of course the stop loss from the entry, that's 8% or 8 cents below the entry, and this is based on a 5% loss. So 8 cents below 160, you know, all you need to do is quick math, and that would be at 148, guys. So 148 would be your stop loss for a 5% loss here, of course. And you got a plan for both exits, your profit taking, and you got a plan for if it goes wrong, if it doesn't work, where are you gonna exit. So again, and one thing I want to reiterate is that if you have a plan, and whether you exit at 8% or a 5% loss, 8 cents below your entry, or if you exit at 2, either one I would consider a productive trade because you executed the plan and you stuck to your plan. So to me that's a successful trade. So CITIC, this one the plan will change because right now today it had news after hours as far as a buy rating. So this might change, and it's something that I will definitely be watching for tomorrow. Then of course AHT worked today perfectly. The entry was at 165. It closed at 171. My profit taking was at $2, but it just blew past it, and it was a 21% return if you were to follow the 165 to $2 exit with a 20% return. And of course, yeah, it just blew past it. And of course, this was a day trade. It shows you what kind of trade it could be. This changes from time to time depending on the trade, how it happens. For example, today ADTX is in brown because we're holding it for a swing. This was a swing day trade idea, but it turned into a swing trade because this price was broken after lunch. So the entry was at 220. It closed at 228. So we're up about, I don't know, 5% or so. And remember, our exit's at 250. Depending on what we see tomorrow and how it opens, then, hopefully we can start taking some profits off and continue from there. Whatever's in white, guys, it didn't work. You can see the price here and where it last closed at 182. So, we'll just keep it on watch for the next few weeks or so. We'll see if it does anything. But for now, CTIB is out of sight right now. We'll put it to the back burner. So that is what you'll be having at your disposal, guys, free of charge. It's something to help everybody out for a limited time again. And hopefully from this, you can learn how I plan my entries, how I plan my exits. And of course, I always have this for beginners. This can change if you are more into or understand more of support and resistance. This can change. This is just based on a 5% loss so that those who don't have risk management can start having a little bit of it. And since penny stocks or small caps are more volatile, sometimes you need to give them room, 3 to 5% room to kind of move around and let the trade develop and happen. So that's why I go with a 5% loss. You can change it to a 3% loss if you don't have that much tolerance. It's up to each individual as far as your risk tolerance. For me, the max is 5%, and that's why I have this formula for a 5% loss. So that is it for this, guys. Let's go ahead and get into the trades. We have EVK. EVK was a monster mover today. You can see from the open all the way up to 671, 676 for over 160% move. So this one was a one on watch, and I didn't get to trade it. I didn't have it on my watch list. After I did my scan, I did a secondary scan, like, I don't know, when it was around here somewhere at 550. Of course, I wasn't going to chase over here. But if I would have had it early, and I didn't, this is what I see right now. I see this 450 level. You got a rejection here, second rejection, and then of course it broke but came back, so that's another rejection there. And then you've got this consolidation here, this straddling of the 450, which is key. My entry would have been when it broke over around 457 or so, or 455, anywhere over the break of 450. I'll probably take profits at 550, 6, and probably exit there. I mean, with the volatility that it had shown, I would have probably just broken it down into two scale out moves, and that was it. And if you look at this pattern, it just completely got rejected and got crushed all the way back down, gave back all its gains. It retraced all the way down to the support level down here, guys, which, if you don't have your plan, your entries, your exits, and all that good stuff, guys, and you are one of those that holds in hopes that it comes back up, then this is what's going to happen. And if you chased into FOMO over here, then you probably didn't get any return on it. You probably lost. So, that's why I don't chase. I plan ahead. And if I don't have a plan, I just don't buy blindly. And that's something that I came about to learn from experience, from bad experiences. Let me just put that out there. So EVK, I was not part of it, guys. Hope some of you did and you caught the big move. Anyways, let's get back to what worked for us. And the trade that did work for me was HX. You've got this initial high at 280, then you've got a rejection at around 278, another one at 278. So I was warning the group, the PSC13 chat room, that this one I liked it over the break of 280. So as it was consolidating, we were waiting and patiently watching it. So what we did here is I had an entry at 279, so that if it was going to come and test and break that level, I was already in it, and it filled me at 279 full position. And I was looking to take profits at 3, but it just made this big move. I took profits at 310. Then I let it consolidate here. You can see that 3 becoming support. And I was I was telling the PSC13 members about the 3 becoming support. It did. And then I finally took profits at 320. Then I actually 325, guys. At 325, because they were asking me, well, what's the potential resistance? What's the next level? And I told them if it breaks 325 and holds, the next one is 350 in my opinion. And it did not break 325, so understanding that 325 was going to be a resistance, I had another sell order there waiting for it, and it triggered me out. And then after that, I was just holding a small piece in case it did continue moving upward, but it didn't, and I took final profits at 3 on the way down with my remaining few shares that I had for a successful trade on HX, guys. So that was one good trade, the first good trade. But then, guys, I hate to admit this, but U1K made BPTH was my kryptonite today. And you can see that I had all these rejection levels at 450, which I wanted that to be broken. It broke it here. I entered at 479 because I already had this rejection level at 6. I wanted it to break 6 and just continue going. It looked like it was. I saw volume coming in, but then it quickly got rejected. And, I didn't pay attention to this candle. I got a little stubborn. It's a mistake that I hope I don't make again. I've been pretty good at sticking to my stop losses. But in this case, I saw the 450 possible support and a bounce from there. It didn't. It got rejected. I got exited out at 540, gave back from 579. Where is it? 579, guys, to 540. That's a 6% loss. But so a little bit more than my 5%, and I gave back half of the profits from HX. So it happens, and if anybody tells you that they're the best, that they have everything is green, they never lose, they're liars, and you should be worried about them. You should be skeptical about them. I don't win them all. I'm pretty open about my losses because one of the rules that I have is be a good loser, because we're not going to win them all. Nobody's going to win them all, guys. Nobody. So BPTH made me give some back. Anyways, it happens. And now let's move on to the next one. I traded U1K today. This one was also a loser, but this one I had a tighter stop because I've been burned by this one before. I've made good money on it, but I've also been burned on it. So I got burned on it today again. My entry was at 125, and I had my stop loss at 121. It just triggered me out, bounced back at 120, and on this one again, I usually go 3 to 5%. On this one, I decided to go a little tighter at 3%, and it triggered me out. If I would have had my 5% at around 119, I would have still be in it without having taken that loss. But then again, it looked like it was going to go in the afternoon. It got rejected at that 129 level, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. But right now it's trading below VWAP. It had this kind of stocks had news today. The U1, U1K, CARB, IPDN, and all those stocks related to African American businesses had good news. And they were moving up in the morning, but they didn't quite catch on. So on the daily, if we go to the daily chart, you can see that 130 level being a key resistance level, especially with the 180 coming in very close to the 130. What you can expect, if this is going to work later, either tomorrow or Monday or next week sometime, is that 130 level has to be broken along with the 180 SMA resistance, and hopefully you can see a good push upward. You can see how this big candle, when they got the news about that grant, the federal grant, the big move that it put up, then you can see all this volatility. So this one can make some big moves, and hopefully in the future we'll be ready for it. I got some alerts set already over 130, so if it does break, hold, and takes off, then I'll be ready for it. I am holding a smaller position right now at 125. I'm still down on it, but with a starting position. So U1K is another one that failed me today, but nonetheless, that's what happens. Now I'm gonna go and talk about a little bit about the stocks that you saw on the watch list that I put up for the group. The AHT was a successful trade, guys, and this one, it was an oversold pattern, and I had the idea. I knew why I wanted to exit at 2. I knew that the 50 was over here. I didn't want to be over aggressive and have my team, my PSC13 members get greedy. So my exit was at 2 for that particular reason. But if we go to the daily, guys, it just, again, the entry, remember, it was a 165. You can pause this video, go back and check the watch list. It was a 165. The exit was at 2. But it just kept going all the way up to 230, guys. And you can see this just little bit of a parabolic move. So you can see the volume just go with it as well. So that was a great trade, guys, and all part of the watch list that the members have access to. So AHT, and then what we are currently holding is ADXT, again from the watch list. Go ahead and take a look at it. I had the entry at 220, and this is a lower volume trade, but I'll show you why I have it on. I had it on the watch list, and why it's important to know how this, even though they're lower volume at the time, how the volume will increase to over 1 million. And I'm going to show you that because today's volume was over 1 million. So let's go to the 1 year, 1 day. So if you see this oversold pattern as well, guys, you know, I like these, especially for beginner traders, because it gives you an easy idea of where to enter, where to exit. You know, you leave all this volatility like this, where should I enter here, should I enter there, you know, because you've got this big candle, there's a lot of resistance, and you don't know which one will be the strongest or the weakest. But when you're down here and you've got this little bit of range, you know, it doesn't mean it can't move. Let's zoom in. So you've got this big push, then you've got this little bit of a pullback, and now it's coming back up. Now, what does this mean? If you don't understand this pattern, and it's okay, you'll eventually learn what to look for. This to me is that ABCD pattern. That's that ABCD pattern that I like. If you remember CLSK that had that big monster move, this is how it started. So it had this pattern here. Then the following day, just so you know, because we don't know what's going to happen here, the following day it opened up about here, and then all of a sudden it just takes off. And then the next day after that, it just takes off. Then it consolidated for a couple of days, and then boom, it just took off. So can this happen on this one? I don't know, but we're trading off the bottom, which we can set our stop loss so easily because it's already oversold. Now, why did I take that 220 entry? It was based on this candle here. It was based on this candle here, this red one, this second breakdown. So if we go here, you've got that 280. Oh, I have the wrong tool, guys, and that keeps happening. So let me go ahead and do this here. So what's going on? Okay, all right, guys. There's the one that I drew before. So there you go. So that's that 220 level or close to it, guys. And if we go to the 5-day 15, so you go to the 5-day 15 and you start looking at that 220 level, you're gonna see that that is an important level. So off of 218, you gotta go to the whole number. You got to go to that whole number of 20, and that's why my entry was at 20, just to make sure that it broke 218 and that it was going to continue higher. If we go to the 1-day 3-minute, that's where it was topping off when I called it out. I told them it's right below 220. Remember the entry, it's at 220. So I had an entry at 221. It broke through, it filled me in, and hopefully tomorrow we can see some continuation on ADTX. Again, from the watch list, guys, nothing to it. All you need to do is follow the plan, stick to it, and that's it. I mean, if it works, it's awesome. If it doesn't, you have an exit plan already there for you. So hopefully you get to take advantage of that, because it's going to be for a limited time. And what's on watch for tomorrow, guys? Let's see, I have NEOS. Let's just go over them really quick just for time restraint purposes. So NEOS, why is it on watch? It had a big day yesterday. It had an inside day today. It had an inside day, so that means it didn't break down. So now maybe it's gonna start flagging, or maybe tomorrow it'll just take off. My entry would be at this candle's high at 87. Hopefully it breaks through this one, and it has maybe a move to 105, 110. We'll see what happens, but that's what we're looking at on NEOS. Then we have NTN. NTN, guys, this one's a higher risk move. So if you don't know, if you're a beginner trader, I don't recommend this one for you, especially because the previous history shows that it does not hold any levels. It makes a move, gets rejected. So you don't want to get caught when the shorts come in and they get you. So this one, my entry would be at 248, 250, possible move to 350. And again, keeping in mind that this is for a day trade, nothing else, because you do not want to hold this one overnight, knowing and understanding that it does not hold any levels, guys. It gets it's kind of like a pump and dump, so be careful with that. If you're not comfortable with TN, then don't trade it. I don't recommend this for beginners, so don't even think about trading this one, guys. SEKT, yeah, I know, but looks like a fish hook, right? Anyways, that's not what's important here. What's important is what's going on after hours. This is what's going on after hours. It's gonna be a gapper. It's up already. Again, wrong tool, guys. So yeah, let's have a laugh about it. It just keeps on happening. That's 74%, guys. 74% move right now. So gapper tomorrow. So hopefully a swing trade, or not a swing trade, a day trade tomorrow, and we were able to take advantage of it if it is one of the leading gappers. CLSP, same idea, gapper tomorrow. That is all I have, guys. We'll add some more gappers tomorrow. There will be more gappers in the morning, so we'll add those to the list along with whatever it's on my watch list. Again, it's gonna be free. Go to www.PSC13.com. Go to weekly watch list, and get some ideas from there, guys. What I suggest you do is, if you don't want to trade from the watch list, what you can do is use that watch list, get the trade plan, go to the chart, and see where I planned my entries, where I planned my exits, so that you can start understanding how to create a trade plan. Hopefully that'll be a guide for you to start creating trade plans on your own. And if I'm part of your success, guys, I'll be happy with that. That's all I want, for everybody to become successful at this, because trading is hard. It is not for everyone. It requires you to be determined, to be perseverant, and just continue pushing forward, guys. It's not going to be easy. It's never going to be easy. Even when you know it all, you're still going to lose. There's no way to say how the market is going to react, especially because small caps are volatile, and every other stock reacts to the SPY. And it reacts in different directions. Some react with the SPY, some react opposite to the SPY or to the overall market in any market that you're trading. So guys, that is it for me, and I hope to catch you on the next one.